Sambhujipadam Bhujayate Namah. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchitanandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugarate Gaura Vibhava Bhumestam Yadeshta Satanabriyam Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Sridharanataya Te Namah. Mantra kalpatarubhyassa kripa sindhubhya eva jat vadidhanam namo namo mahavadandaya Krishna prema padayade Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya namine Gaudiya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandakatpadi Gopesha Gopiga Ganda Radha Ganda Namostude Tapta Ganjana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prijabhanu Sutide Anamami Hari Priye Jayadam Surado Bangumamandamadevi Madhyavasya Padam Bodha Radha Madhana Mohanu Divyadvindaranya Kalpatumada Shimatatnagara Simhasanasto Sisiradha Shila Govinda Devu Prestali Pisevamanos Marami Shimanara Sadasaram Pivamsi Vadadastita Kashan Venusvalai Gopia Gopinadas Sriesva Prendai Dolasidevai Priyai Kesasyaja Krishna Bhakti Paridevi Satyavadai Namo Namah Panchatatvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavadaram Bhaktakyam Namam Bhakti Shaktikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadigora Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sing a short song. Either Hare Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, or some song. Yep. Bhajahare Mana.
Bhajahare Mana Sri Nandanandana Bhaya Charanara
Bhajahare Mana Janandana Aya Charanara Bindure
Bhajahare Mana Sri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara
Bhajahare Mana Sri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Bindure Abhaya Dharanara Vindare. Sadhaka Prabhaishana Shamile Tare. Sevino Sudarna Depa Sevino Surajana Sakarana. ecstasy. coming. Radhe, Radhe. So, Srila Gurudev, Harikada, in Kartik month of in Vrindavan, 92. Discussion on Swarupa. One devotee asked these questions. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj is saying that Lord Chaitanya came to give Mathurya Bhava. But sometimes I'm a little confused because it appears that at least in ISKCON, they preach that the particular seed of the Swarupa of each jiva is already fixed in their heart. In other words, it means that one jiva may become a Sakya Bhakta, another jiva may become a Vatsalya Bhakta, and so on. It is different from each jiva. And by doing sadhana bhakti, one will gradually go through nishta and ruchi. When he comes to asakti and then bhava, his swarup will be revealed to him, and then he can do further smarana or whatever. But my question is, if our swarup is already fixed, then what could Lord Chaitanya give? How could he give Mathurya Bhava to somebody who is already, let's say, Shakya Bhava, eternally? Yeah, Srila Gurudev says, eternally you have to follow your own path. But what is the meaning of Mathurya? Mathurya means not to have any Aishwarya. Aishwarya, everybody knows. What?
Opulence, majestic.
Reverence. Yes. In Mathurya you may have Dasya Rasam, Sakyam Rasam, Vatsalya Rasam, and Sringam Rasam. So in Mathurya they're all combined. Rasas are different. And those who spontaneously have an attachment towards a particular rasam, they will cultivate it from the beginning, and then they will get it. Not all jiva must become Mathurya ras or Shringaras, devotees. But it is said that Adya eva baro rasa Shringaram rasam is the superior amongst all rasas. Shringara rasa is the supreme. Still you cannot convert Narada or Hanuman to this rasa, because their relationship with the Lord is eternal. You need not discuss such topics now, because whoever you are will be revealed. When we really repeat Nam, do service, cultivate bhakti. By it we will destroy our ignorance and the four anarthas. This is our level, what we should cultivate bhakti. To destroy our ignorance and the four anarthas. One, those arising from past sins, that is one anartha. The second, those arising from previous pious activities, what we call sukriti, positive. Three is those arising from offenses. And four, those arising in a relationship with bhakti. After the destruction of those four anarthas, we may have nishtha. And what is nishtha? Steadiness, yeah. And then after nishtha, ruchi. Then develops ruchi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And we taste the sweetness of Nam and the sweetness of Krishna. Nam Krishna is not different from the form pastimes. After the destruction of those, we may have nishtha and ruchi for a particular rasa. And then asakti, bhava, and prema will develop. This is a common rule for all the devotees in all different rasas. So this question he asked is, on his level, is not Guru Maharaj, unquote, saw his standing. For example, Dharma and Sudama have their particular rasam with Krishna. And those who are attracted by that rasam have to take them as their gurus. It is said in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. We should choose some who is eternally engaged in the service, is a eternal associate of the Lord, either in Dasyam, Shakya, Vatsalya, or in Shringa Rasam, where he feels attracted and should follow this, like, by example, Sudama. We should choose and we should serve him. Should serve, how it's called in Ragatmika Bhakta. One Ragatmika Bhakta, one should follow. This is very good, but this is a very high level. Yeah. Yeah. Want to follow all Krishna and Radharani. It is, in some movements, they are jumping over the beginning stage and want to jump into one of the highest rasas. Similar, those who have the tendency towards Vatsalya rasam have to accept Nanda or Yashoda as their gurus. This is Mathurya Bhav. This in Mathurya Bhav In this way the devotees will proceed. Devotee says, let's say that you have Shakya Bhava in your Swarupa, but it is for Vaikunta, it is of an Aishwarya nature. Guruji says Sakyam Rasam for Vaikunta or for Goloka is different. For example, Arjuna is in Vaikunta, Sakyam. This is called reverential Sakyam. Confidential Sakyam is Maturya Sakyam. And this is only for Goloka's devotees. And devotee says, are you saying, Maharaj, that if somebody has this Vaikunta Sakyam, he receives the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, he can upgrade that, he can come to the Maturya Sakyam? Gurudev, that you cannot imagine. You have no right to imagine it or to discuss it. This is things we should take very sincerely. We should not touch those things we have not realized, we have not understood. It is a dangerous thing. You have no right to think that if Narada comes in contact with the Shringa Rasa, he will think it's superior to his own Rasa. Surely not. The Buddha says, but there are bhasta in which Narada comes to Braja and does the bhasta to get the Gopi Deha, because he is attracted to the Maturya of the Rasa Lila. He wants to leave his Swarup to get Gopi Deha for serving in Braja. He wants to be more intelligent than Guru. He's challenging him.
But even now, it is constantly this topic is going on. Everyone wants to know theoretically what is this, what is this.
No, we should not touch such things if we are not there. By example, as long as we are not directly connected with Ragatmika Bhakta or with our Gurudev, we should not touch, and we will not touch these things. So Gopi Deha, he wants to get the Gopi Deha. Guru Maharaj says, definitely we should understand it only when we come to that stage. Because we want to know everything from top to bottom. But for acquiring this knowledge, we must cultivate Bhakti, and Bhakti must give you that achievement. You must develop it gradually. You should not discuss about Dasyam Rasam or Shakyam Rasam. If somebody has no taste for Anya Rasam, how can he know about it? Suppose you have a little bhakti, you have a little tendency towards devotion, but the others do not possess any bhakti at all. They have never come to the marginal bhakti. Therefore, they must cultivate bhakti. They must control all their anarthas. Only at that point they may talk about these topics. And you can say, who is who? But to whom? Only to a realized soul, who is on the margin of bhakti. Only they can discuss. Tathastha hana vicharile ajeta daradhama. Tatastha means that you should give up this material consciousness and enter into spiritual consciousness. The marginal line between spiritual and material consciousness is called Tata. If you come to that Tata, if any of your associates come to that Tata, then you may discuss about these topics. So this should not be discussed at all now. It will become clear through bhajan. Now your topic of discussion should be on how to control our anarthas. We should always keep this attitude in us. Because as soon as you think that you have mastered your, then you stay on the beginning level. This should not be discussed all in now. It will become clear through bhajan. Now your topic of discussion should be how to control all your anarthas. You have to hear about this and practice it. That is wanted. But though one may have vanquished his anarthas and he is pure, he cannot actually proclaim that. A devotee who is really practicing will never say, I am the master of all anarthas. I have controlled all of them. I am at the stage of nishta or aruji. Nobody can say that. Aparal sahasrabhajanam paditam bhumi bhavanatva na vodare agatim sharanagatam hari kipa kevalam atmasat kuru. Rather, it is always saying that I am doing thousands of aparadams. I've fallen into this ocean. How can I cross over this ocean? He will be thinking like that. How you want to discuss topics which are beyond our conceptions. But this cannot be discussed. If you don't come to that stage, you cannot distinguish if somebody is Atasya Bhakta or Shakya Bhakta. It is not necessary for us to know it now. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11 cantos also say, Bhayam Vidya Biniveshata Asya Ishadapetasya Viparayayos Smiti Tanmayayato Buddha Avajettam Bhaktiaika Yesham Gurudeva Atmana Devatma. In the beginning of Bhakti, it is said, why do you have fear? Because you are far away from Bhagavan, your Lord. It means that you are not facing the Lord, but you are facing towards Maya. Vayam dvitya viniveshata hasyat ishatapatasya viparyayosmiti. Not only he is far away from Bhagavan, but he quite opposite to him. He thinks, I am a man, but actually he is not a man. He thinks I am a Purusha, but actually he is a Stri. He thinks he belongs to some caste, creed, or relation. But these considerations are Maya's conceptions, because we are influenced by Maya. How we should see how to cross over this Maya. Our duty is in this, and for that everything has been written. Adosha sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha means sadhu sangha must tell you, and you have to practice sadhana. And you want the easiest sadhana, through which you can be able to conquer Maya. But if you go to this subject prematurely, then actually you don't have the proper faith. At the end, you will think all these things have no value. At this point, is there anything clear for anyone? Not yet. Krishna. Guru's preaching is so very straight, very pure. Bhakti and Jnana process. One person may struggle hard to know these subjects, but actually he cannot know them if he knows it. If he knows, it means that he is practicing the ascending process. It is jnanam. But bhakti is surrender. Always surrender. Bhakti means to get blessing of Guru, Vaishnava and Hari. Only then you will come up. So there's a difference between to know these things, to hear it, which is jnanam. But bhakti is surrender. Bhakti is means you are under the plane die to live, that you give up to think I know it or I speculate about it. It is not like this, it is like this. Bhakti means to get the blessing of Guru, Vaishnava and Hari. Only then you will come up. There's no question of understanding. So this is a very important thing. Don't try to understand Krishna. Just imagine how insignificant we are. We have to first come to the point that we understand how insignificant, what nothingness we are here. And we want to understand everything. We want to get knowledge about everything. But it's possible, but not in the way of our mundane conception that we know, we learn. Jnanis cannot. You must know yourself. Jnanis are saying you must know yourself, but they are stupid. They cannot know themselves. They are under the influence of Maya. They are in darkness. How can you see? How can you understand? You are ignorant. Ajnanam. Andhakaranam. You're covered by darkness. How can you say that you can know yourself or others? By empirical knowledge? But in the practical, the sadhus are saying, no, sir, you cannot that. You must take the help of a guru. Tasmad gurum prapatyate jigyasasaya uttamam shakti parena nishtana brahmani upasham rasham rayam bhagavat tam. You must go to a guru, and the guru will dispel all his ajnanam, his ignorance. He will teach him, and this fellow will surrender to him and will follow strictly the rules and regulations without fail. Then the Guru will bless him. So we are always depending on the blessing of Guru, Gauranga, and Radha Govinda. We are always dependent on them. So this is difference. Jnani thinks he can, through his knowledge, he knows everything, he can become the controller. It's a trap. It is how Maya is acting. But we cannot. If we want to know, then we have to become surrendered. And then the blessing of Guru and Gauranga will automatically come, and everything we will understand according to our capacity. Through this blessing, the disciple will proceed, and there will be progress in spiritual life. But even if a man is an intelligent giant, or he may have studied all the Western and Eastern philosophies, still he cannot understand by his own efforts. Actually, I cannot understand. You cannot understand. He cannot understand. Nobody can understand this bhakti. Only with the mercy of the Lord, Sadhu, Shastra, or Vedas, we can understand. We depend always on the elders' mercy. This is realization. This is what we have to realize on this level. We have to go forward. If you are stuck somewhere between, then you are struggling. You may think, what I'm doing, this is bhakti. But bhakti is not an easy thing. As once I remember in one disciple of Swami Maharaj asking Swami Maharaj, Gurudev, he said, Srila Prabhupada, you said bhakti is such an easy process. But it is very difficult for us. And then the Swami Maharaj answered him, bhakti is very easy to practice. Sadhana, you practice process, you go to the process. But surrender, this is very hard. And even Swami Maharaj started crying when he said, because he went through these things. Bhakti, to practice is not difficult. We only eat prasad, we follow the rules and regulations. It's all external. But to surrender, this is not an easy thing. This is the most difficult thing. This means die to live. I let everything, what I know, what I do, what I let behind me. I'm just say, my Lord, now please I'm yours. You are my master. I am depending on your mercy. And this means it's like dying. So, but then we will see, according to our surrender, he will reveal himself to you. It is in the Bhagavad Gita said. Anything to say on this?
Even when was Gurudev present like this, you speak now, he was speaking, nobody had any question. After Kata was very clear.
It is not clear, it is just...
It's so unclear that we cannot even ask the question. We are shocked.
Now I think more that we are afraid. We are afraid that we have to surrender to what Gurudev says.
No, but Gurudev was so... I was on one lecture in India and Radha Prabhu was asking, it was topic like this, and he said, okay, when, why the Bhakti, how is this, when starts transform into Raga Nuga Bhakti? And then Gurudev, he said, who are you to ask me this question? He was completely, Gurudev only said this, and inside he crushed completely. He cannot, the other day when come to Darshan, and he was hiding behind such a power was from Gurudev. Radha was completely afraid of him. He could not, he was listening the lecture, but behind the pillar, hiding. So
That is truth. It is truth. We speak about Raganuga, but when we go a little bit deeper in ourselves, then we realize it is only a show. We have not realized. Those who have realized, they will never say. They will never. This Raganuga Bhakti is after you have offered yourself to the lotus feet of Guru and Gauranga. So we can stop here. Jai Srila Gurudev Nitya Leela Bhavishtam Vishnupada Paramahamsa Vigacharya Stota Shri Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Buri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Pramanandi Mancha Kalpatarubhyas